Well, hello. Welcome back to another episode of whatever this is called. I think we're just going to call it a vlog. It's now a thing, I'm guessing. Hello, Steve. How's it going? Just to join the chat, I was in a bit of a rush. I just realised I ironed my shirt after this and somehow managed to completely fuck a collar. God knows, but that's just how my day's been. Hope everyone is fine in chat. We've all been, I know I've been kind of a bit nervous to do this sort of episode, but I think it needs to be done. We're not verbally bashing people here. This is not what this is about. This is just a conversation between us, the community, about how we feel that we should conduct ourselves just in the general with other people. We're all adults at the end of the day, so I think this is going to make it a lot more easier. But before we get down and dirty with the conversations, what's everyone vaping on? So I'm going to have a quick rundown of what I'm vaping on. So half asleep legion. So what are you guys vaping on? I'm currently vaping on, as per usual, Work Beater, OG Recall, and the Heavy Hitter. We got the TM24 and the Odin 200, 250C, and in there a mothership coil, which I'm really enjoying. What else we got? We got the Ether bridge on the Abyss, and new in, and is now my new favourite, is the Denali with the Nightmare 25 on top. Really fucking enjoying this. It's I have broken the one of the safety slots on the side of the firing pin. So I've done that the day I got it. I'm a bit fucking heavy-handed, but hey, I'm not taking it out with me anymore. So I should be all right. I might hit up Dan from what's his name, Snowcat Mods, to see if I can get a new button. But I'm loving. It's not making any difference to how good this is. So yeah, that's what I'm vaping on. And water. What have we got in chat? Dave Lloyd is vaping on the Touring Mech with Revolver with a pound cake. That sounds interesting. Jedi is vaping on the Ether and Odin 100 with Sifu. I need to try that Sifu liquid. I really want to give that a go. Tribal Buddha is vaping on a Voorhees. I still haven't vaped a Voorhees either. I'm not very good at this shit. Voorhees parallel met with a Fat Rabbit RTA on top of quad core micro fused Claptons. You're all pretty snazzy today. I've got to give you that. Or staple Aegis X with Zeus sub tank. Everybody I know is having these Zeus sub tanks. I still need to get my hands on one of them. We got King Solo. Just had my first vape on the bridge, and poor old King Solo's been spending a lot of money recently, and I'm very sorry. And I'm sorry from the squad as a whole that we've managed to send you all this stuff and you end up buying it all. We'll make sure we won't make you spend as much money next time. Right, so let's get into it. The only reason this come about was because of a conversation that I've had. And hang on, before we go, we got another one come in. Jay is vaping on the Tech Mod Rose V3 with some Nidhogg Fog. Oh. Legion's vaping on the Valerian 3 with peach tea. I think I'm going to pull out the old Hexome. I've been seeing too many fucking Hexomes out there. I still need to get one. I keep meaning to buy one, and I never end up getting one. It's always the way. I might have to hit up Jay. Jay's got about 27 fucking Hexomes, and he needs to start selling them so the rest of us can get our hands on them. Chris has got the Heavy Hitter and the Asgard Mini with a pair of my coils with some Black Reloaded. Never heard of Black Reloaded. What profile's that? I'd like to know. And King Solo is vaping on the Pulse AIO. Still need to get my hands on that as well. Fuck me. I don't have anything. Hexome is life. Right. We're going to get into it. So we're not going to go verbally bashing people. But I thought it needed to be said, and everyone speaks about it. I know Steve says it a couple of times here and there, and most people do. But I think it needs to be said as a whole, especially I'm talking from the English point of view mainly, but I know it does spill over. But I have found there's a lot of infighting within the community when it comes to reviewers fighting with reviewers, show people like someone that's doing a show like this, or panel shows fighting with other people. This person won't go on this show. This person won't sub this person because of this issue. At the end of the day, guys, we're here for the same reason. We're here because we stopped smoking through vaping. We need to advocate that. We need to work together and not just verbally bash each other and just cause issues when there's no need for issues. I've heard of a load of backstabbing that's going on in this community. Mr. Anderson, yeah, I've heard of so much backstabbing. I've heard stories and that, and I don't get involved for obvious reasons. I know a lot of you don't either. But I think it needs to be highlighted, and I know this may cause some aggro for me, and I'm willing to take the aggro because I think it needs to be said. I haven't, and Jedi, we're not giving no names. I'm doing a whole no-name show. We're not going to name people. We're just talking as a general term. I know this is going to cause this is going to hurt me hard. I know people are going to argue about it with me, but I feel that we're all fucking adults at the end of the day. If you've got an issue with someone, take it off camera and talk to them. Sort your issue out and then fucking move on. Like, prime example. I'll give you one example. Obviously, me and Jackson are not doing weekend bullshit anymore. That was for no reason either other than other commitments. We're still fucking mates. But Jackson messaged me a couple of days ago and was like, oh, someone started asking if we're having a falling out. We're still mates. But it just shows you that behind the scenes, people start talking and they go, oh, they must have had an argument. This guy. And then I got messages saying, oh, I've heard you falling out. Nah, we're still fucking mates. It's just the whole fact that the show just had to stop because we didn't have time. We've all got fucking lives at the end of the day. This is not our full-time job. For example, I've just done 10 hours. I've been out of the house for 15 hours. I've come home, had a shower, jumped on here. This is my fun time with you guys. I know for a lot of people it is that too. We don't need the grief. There's no need for all this shit that's going on behind the scenes because it takes the fun away from it and it takes away the reason why we're doing it. The reason I'm sitting here talking to you, A, because I like talking to you guys because you're all fucking lovely, but I want people to watch it that are trying to get off smoking or have just got into vaping and trying to find a community there to help, guide, and educate. Not bully, not be racist to, not to be homophobic to, and not to act like a fucking child. I feel really preachy, and I'm trying not to be preachy on this side, but I just think it needs to be said that if you guys have got issues with other people, just fucking talk it out like adults. None of us are fucking children. If you're a child and you're in here, you shouldn't be fucking doing it in the first place. We're all here to help. I keep saying that because that is what it's about. So before I carry on, we'll quickly run through what people are saying because I can see it was just reeling off people putting their 2 pence in, which is what I want. We have to act like we are in the military. Taught me a lifelong lesson: pull together or go down together. Exactly. No name, says the man with the vapor's name on his hat. Oh shit! Yeah. No, Grim, and I can guarantee you, a lot of the people that I met that I consider good mates of mine are part of the Grim Green Patreon. It is an amazing group of people, and it was one of the reasons that opened my eyes to like how it should be done. It's a community of people together looking after each other. King Solar says it's pathetic and needs to stop. KVTV says we just have more things going on than petty squabbles. In our infighting, we lose sight of keeping vaping alive, especially in places like Australia, the US, and Europe. Fucking exactly. Legion Vapes. General, if you don't like someone, don't think about them and move on. No need to be a public dick about it. Exactly. See, this is what I don't understand. Oh, we got a Flat Cat Vapor in. Hello, mate. Yeah, and the problem with social media has given people the ability to be keyboard warriors. But it's not just the keyboard warriors that annoy me. It's the people that publicly go out there and bash people. Like on my Discord, I've only got a Discord for people that I think is going to enjoy it. It's don't be a dick. We don't deal with bullies. We don't deal with dicks. We don't deal with homophobia, racism, any sort of bigoted behaviour, because we're all fucking adults at the end of the day, and nobody fucking needs that in their life. We've all come here for one reason and one reason only: a tobacco harm reduction, and we're trying to find a group of people where we can grow and carry on. Stop, and eventually, if you don't want to carry on vaping and you're using it as a pathway just to give up altogether, fucking good. You crack on. I'm well happy for you. But if you're using it as to then carry on as a community and as some sort of stability and what's the word? Can't think of the word. But like a group of people, a community together to help each other out. This sort of negative behaviour, I feel, is not appropriate in this environment. And the fact of what's going on in America, like I can't remember who it was that just said it. What's going on in Australia and in America is fucking hitting us. It's gonna come, and it's gonna come fucking hard. We're lucky that we've been more successful than Australia and America at the moment. When we drop the ball through in fighting, that's when you might say bite the pillow. They're coming in dry. We're going to be fucked so hard, and we're going to think shit. If we would have fought it together earlier on, we might not have got in this situation. So I'm sorry about keep going on and having this sort of episode, but I really wanted to get it out there that all you guys out there, reviewers that are doing, or like show hosts, or like even me, other coil builders out there, other mod builders, liquid builders. If you've got an issue with someone, take it off camera. The consumers and the community don't need to know about it. And we don't need that in the community. We've got too much to deal with anyway. That effort that you're putting into advocacy. Fight the good fight. Don't fight each other, because you're only going to lose. If you're in it for the subs and you're in it for the likes, you're going to lose subs. You're going to lose likes. If you're in it for the right reason, you don't want to fight with people. We've got a couple more coming in now. Bite the pillow. Yeah, sorry, Anna. Aaron is the only thing I could think of. Bite the pillow. I'm coming in dry. It's going to leave a mark. It's going to smart. The online community were a big part of me getting into vaping and getting me to quit after 26 years of smoking. I'm glad all vapors are out there. When I see someone who is constantly putting people down, it doesn't make me distrust their targets. It makes me wonder how insecure they are. Yeah, it's a good point. I'm really sorry. People are jumping in, and I forget to say hi. So, Vapor Queen Becky, thank you for coming in. Free Rider Vapor, we've got Nat Rid Warhammer, and I'm Aaron Badman. If I've missed any of you out, I'm really sorry. Just give us a wave, and I'll shout you out when it pops up. Flat Cat Baby, fuck me, my words ain't coming out today because I'm a little bit riled up about this. Flat Cat Vapor saying, you're right, and it's shocking the amount of bullshit that comes out. Half of it is hearsay, the other half is people not talking. Jealousy plays a part too. It's sad, but it's human nature. I completely agree with you, mate, but on the flip side of that, it may be human nature for a bit of jealousy, but it shouldn't tarnish the person you are. And what people forget is what they, if you're just say, I don't really want to go for it. So take me, for instance. The only time you see me is here on YouTube or on my Facebook page. A lot of you don't know what I'm like behind the scenes or what I'm really like. So if I come out here blurting a whole load of shit saying, oh, this person's a dick, he's done this, oh, don't trust him, don't sub him, or backstabbing people to other coil builders, just say, because that's just my realm. And it comes back that it's just all backstabbing, and most of it's bullshit because I'm only going on what other people have told me. Because I ain't got the bollocks to go to the person and go, mate, you got a problem. Let's talk it out. If you've got an issue with me, we don't need to like each other. We can just get on and just not keep out of each other's way. And the people stealing subs off people, don't sub him, do this. We don't need it. You need to grow a pair of bollocks. If you've got an issue, talk to the person like a fucking adult and sort your issue out. If you can't sort it out, which if I'm honest with you, you ain't going to sort every issue out. If you've got an issue and it can't get sorted, shake hands and just don't fucking talk to each other. It's not like you're in the classroom and him or her is sitting next to you. You're on the other side of an internet line. You can just not talk to each other. But at the same time, if you're going to do that, don't backstab people and don't get people not to sub this person or say this shit. We just don't need it. I'm going to put it out here now and say I will in the future, if I hear of any bullshit or if I hear of any backstabbing, I will call you out. Plain and simple. I don't care where you're from or who you are. I will call you out because I think not a lot of people are calling each other out on the bullshit when they're not taking the time to actually go and sort the issue out. SVK Vapes, yeah, I'm absolutely fine. I'm happy that we're all having this conversation. And I think all of you guys as well, if you hear of any of these bullshitters, you just need to say, look, that's bullshit. Go talk to them. It needs to be done. We need to knock this shit on the head. I'm not going to be putting up with it anyway in my sphere. And I will, if I think someone's saying something that's bullshit, I will call you out. And I think a lot of other people will be doing the same thing. And that is in no way a threat. It's me saying if someone starts doing it, then a lot of you are going to wind your necks in and you're not going to be carrying on doing it. I don't know the ins and outs of a lot of things that I've heard in the community because I know a lot of you know a lot of this. How many times someone's going to say shit on this stream? Fuck off, Jedi. And I was just about to say your name. When I first started with this whole the vaping community thing, I started off as somehow going to the American side because I started on the Grim streams was the first major one that I got proper hooked on. Oh, hang on. We've got a big message here from Legion, so I'll stop what I'm saying. I'll be honest, there are plenty of people in this industry I don't like, but you'll never know who because there is no need and no benefit of strategy. I just ignore them and move forward. It's because, Steve, you're a fucking adult. And that's what needs to happen. I'm sure there's plenty that don't like me either. And I know there's a fucking lot of people that don't like me. But I water for ducks back, mate. I really couldn't give two shits. I'm here to serve you guys. I'm here to have fun with you guys. And I don't need that drama in my life because all of us have got drama going on behind the scenes. We've all got family, work, friends, and we don't need to come into this environment and have more drama from somewhere else. But as I was saying, when I started, we like you. Cheers, Flack Out. Thank you. When I started, I initially went to the Green Patreon. So I became good mates with Vaping Jedi. He's family to me because I've known him from nigh on the beginning. Jay, he's like family to me as well. Duchess as well. I know Duchess isn't in here, and he always comes in here chewing my ass about one thing or another, calling me Bambi. But we get along, and I was initially on that scene, and I started my vaping journey with love, if that makes sense. Love, support, honesty. If I wanted to do something and I didn't know, I would ask, and I would get an honest answer. Tribal Buddha will call me out if I'm trying to play silly buggers and wind him up a little bit. It's what you need. It's what family does. And then coming over to the English side and spreading out elsewhere is when I really started hearing underlining tremors about this person don't like this person. Oh, fair enough. They don't like them. They don't like them. Then you hear about the little bits that they're doing on in the background to try and sabotage this person. Oh, we've got whoever I'm not even going to attempt to say that. That may be a troll, so we will have to get rid of this one because this one seems to come in quite often. Yeah, you start hearing it, and it's, if I'm honest with you, I'm such an easygoing person. Yeah, don't fucking wind me up. I fucking bite your throat out. I don't give two shits, but I'm a lovely person. I want to love everybody, and this community does actually upset me since I've been getting involved with the show side and start spreading my wings a little bit, getting involved, and you hear this stuff that people are getting it, that people are doing, and it is upsetting because nobody needs it. And I think it's a scam link that people keep posting. Oh, okay, Cheers, Kavy. I blocked him anyway, so hopefully it won't come back in. All the drama is like being in a playground at school. It fucking is. It really is. And I wanted to come on here as a nobody, really. I'm in the grand scheme of things, in this whole vaping world thing. I'm underneath the gravel at the bottom. I'm really a nobody, but I feel like I need to say it. I've got a lot to lose if this fucks me over massively and this just goes fucking south for me. But proper coils, hello mate. But I think it really needs to be spoken about, and I think a lot more people need to be aware of the shit that's going on. I hear it from when I first started vaping. No team free shit. You're gonna get that anywhere. I can deal with that. Like, oh, send me your coils and I'll take pictures. Everybody is somewhere. Oh, here he comes, Steve, with his little words of wisdom. I will put that up there. Yeah, team free shit. To be honest, I don't really. They don't bother me because you're going to get that in anything you do. Anything you do, that's going to happen. You say, sorry, mate, I'm not getting involved. I'm not doing it. Fair play. That was my first one because I got scammed within the first 3 weeks of setting up the Cloud Cartel company. Got scammed quite badly, but I learned from it and moved on. Left a scar, but you learn from your mistakes. I always pop in and say hello, mate. It's obvious you have the right intentions. Cheers, Flat Cap. Yeah, and what I really wanted to do was rebuild the community to what it should be. I know I've been talking non-stop for nearly 24 minutes now, so I won't end it here. I'm just going to do a statement and then we're going to move on and come back. Is that we need to stick together. We need to stop this bullshit and this just outright fucking bullying. I know we're adults and you can't bully adults. You fucking can. You're just more fucking nasty about it now. And being behind a computer screen, you're not toe to toe. That's when it gets nastier and nastier. When it's, as someone said earlier, keyboard warriors. I'm here to put a stop to it. I want a community back where we love each other, we look after each other, we help each other, and we fight together. Not fighting in fight, we're fighting the shit that's coming when they try and put more regulations on us, and I don't want to go down the same way. Look in America with the whole Marvel comics. Fucking, they paid Marvel to do anti-vaping comics. What are we going to get? Anti-fucking vaping Beano magazines for kids and shit. We need. I need your calls for free so I can sell them as mine. Such a dick. Yeah, we need to stick together and fight this before it fucks us massively, because it will do, because we will spend too much time fighting each other, and next thing you know, look, it's too late. It's too late. Legion's coming in with some good shit. He's gonna go up on the screen again. There's an aphorism. I can't say that word. That says that what you pay attention to grows, and what you ignore withers. Pay attention to the good eggs in the community. Give love and spread positivity. Exactly, Legion. Exactly, mate. And I think we've all lost sight. I know I'm aiming this a lot of the English lot, but I'm encompassing everybody in this as well. But we need to sort of. I'm no way saying let's form a vigilante and just fight everybody. No, you fight the shit with love. Oh, that makes me sound really like they get the ganja out and I would dance around a tree type thing. But it's not what I'm saying. I just say we just need to, as Legion says, ignore the shit, ignore the infighting, ignore the backstabbing. Obviously, fight the racism, fight the homophobia, fight anything like that. Fight it head on, call them out. Fair play. I'm happy with that. I would do that anyway. But all this infighting, we just need to change it around. I'm here today to say I'm gonna fight it, and we are gonna get the community back to the way it was when I first started, because it dropped pretty quickly. It fell off the rails pretty quickly. It could be a whole heap of shit. People forget. People get too ingrained in stuff and lose sight of of the reason why you start doing stuff. It's like when stuff goes from being a hobby to being a business, you lose sight of why you first sat down and wrote a piece of music. We'll take music for instance. The first time you picked up that guitar and started playing it, that love and excitement you got for it, and then once you're selling millions of records, that the enjoyment goes out of it and it becomes a job. I think we're at that point now where a lot of people have gone past the enjoyment part, and we just need to bring it back. And to be honest, I don't think it's not a hard job. It's easier to love people than it is to hate people, because anger only breeds more anger. Anger don't fucking solve anything. If anything, it causes you more issues than it's fucking worth. We lost a lot of good advocates to the infighting. Yeah. To be honest, I haven't really heard of too many English advocates apart from obviously the World Vaping Alliance, and we got UK Vaping Association. We got we.vape.uk, which you should all be on. I'm not saying you lot should all be out there fighting the good fight every day of your life, but it's worth knowing what's going on and getting involved any way you can, even if it's sending the emails, signing the petition, or anything like that. Or just asking them, do you need a hand with anything? Reposting is the greatest tool. I'm not very good on Twitter. I get very, very confused with Twitter, even though it seems to be the easiest one to use, but I always seem to bugger it up. Even if it's just following them, just fucking retweet shit. Retweet anything they tweet. Any help they have will really help. I think I came too far into that conversation with the Devil Vapor Elite saying as long as we get to snuggle. So I may not scroll back up to find out what that's about. Why I haven't done reviews in a while. It stopped being fun to do, so miss it. I'm wanting to do lives at some point. Yeah, I thought about doing some reviews and it just went way too hard. This is probably about as hard as I will go. I will be doing little reviews, which is more like stuff that I buy. So say like the new Denali, which what I can say, it's a hell of a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. This thing turned up and I was like, in the pack, I was like, I think they could have sent me the wrong thing. And pulled it out, I was like, fuck me, it's like half the size as I thought it was going to be. But it is only 121,700. But yeah, so I might be doing a little video on this, but it will probably be live, just so I don't have to try and edit videos or try and do any. Yeah, that's what she said, or any of that bullshit. I'm not doing it for subs and that. I'm not doing it for likes. I'm doing it because it's just something a bit different I wanted to try. And since obviously we haven't done weekend bullshit anymore, I just thought, fuck it, I'll just keep this slot going and see what happens. We've had Geordie Vapor on here, and if any of you guys fancy coming on chatting shit with me, I'm more than happy to have you on. Just hit me up in my emails and or even send a comment down in here. Yeah, because I've got the little app thing so I can see it. And I'm more than stop saying yourself short. Editing is fun. I tried it once and I really struggled, and I'm not very good. You ask Jedi, I'm terrible at anything. He had to talk me, but poor old Jay had to teach me how to use Streamlabs and Discord. Josh has taught me how to use my phone basically because I can't fucking work that thing. And but anything else I'm all right with. The Devil Vapor saying the thing with advocacy in the UK, we have a lot of company, organisation and charities behind vaping, unlike the US, where it's left up to the big names in the review scene. It shouldn't be. No. And if you guys know of any advocacy groups, any companies, organisations, charities that are fighting vaping in the UK and they want a platform, tell them to hit me up. They can have the channel for an hour and a half. I'll just sit back and let them crack on. They need a platform for this sort of shit. And the more we get it out, the less frightening it seems. Because I don't know if any of you guys are like me. I'm not politically minded at all. I'm not going to talk about my political views because this is not a platform to do it. And I don't like talking about it. In my eyes, that's my personal opinions. And my wife don't even know my personal opinions or who I vote for. That's just for me and them. But I'm happy to give them the platform. We need to get it out there. And if they manage to take the edge off, because the first time I watched Tuesday Bro News Day, Grim Green's advocacy, or Logan Exhales for Kassar, you're like, fuck me, what's all these? And Josh when we do our across the ponds, he's giving all these calls to action. I'm like, fuck me, it sounds like they're drafting me for a war. It is very frightening. It is very full on. So I do want to get advocacy guys on here. Anybody who's part of an advocacy group or part of the charity, and just make it sound less scary and make it more appealing for people to say, do you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, like I can vape. If I don't help out, I'm going to go back on the stinkies. And nobody wants that. I don't want that for anybody. Even if you're vaping disposables all the way up to Birdman stacks, his old Gandalf staff and stuff like that. Everything in between. We're all the same. And we all need to fight for it. What else we got in chat? All I'm saying, bro, is just don't let... Oh, fuck me. It's all jumped again. Don't let yourself get drowned down in the drama. You're doing too well for that. I completely agree with you, King Solo. I just felt that I needed to have this as I have this platform, that I just needed to make my feelings known. That if you can backstab people, don't tell me, because I will call you out on it. And I don't agree with anything like that. If you've got a problem, talk to someone. Talk to that person. So I'm not getting bogged down in it. I just get very excited once I start talking about it. It's been brewing for a little while, and it's going to be my goal moving forward. Obviously, I'm still going to do my coil stuff. That's not going. This is not going away. My Discord's not going. Nothing's going. I'm just going to make sure that I get a good group of people together, and the more people here that go talk to this guy, and we get the good group of people together, all the bad ones will either turn and say, do you know what? Fuck this bullshit. I want to talk to all these people. I want to get to know people. We'll have fun days. And once this COVID thing fucking lives, we'll all meet up at conventions and stuff like that. We'll just get a good squad together. It's only under my name because I had to give it a name, and I thought, well, I'll just put my company on there. But it's not about my cause. It's just about a group of people together that don't want the bullshit. I know that Chris has dropped the link in. You're all welcome to come, but there are rules. And I know people don't like rules. I don't really like rules, if I'm honest with you. Who fucking does? But we need rules in life, or it'll be fucking mental. But yeah, the main rules: don't be a dick, don't be racist, don't be homophobic. I have moderators in there, and if you're happy to join, you need to read those rules, because I will tell you this: if any of the moderators, there's quite a few in there that see any of the bullshit, I back them up, whatever they decide to do. They ban you, kick you out. It will be made known that you've been kicked out. Not on social media, that just within the Discord, that you've been kicked out the Discord for this reason. And I just feel if we just get a couple of rules out there, we'll be fine. We'll fight. We'll fight against it. We've dropped the ball, mass. Basically, the community has dropped the ball because we've got a bit too comfortable. Just a little, which is understandable. We got comfortable because we're not dealing with the bullshit that they're dealing with in Australia or America. And we all need drama in our lives, and we don't have that drama. So what do we turn to? Each other. We turn into each other, and then we lose sight of what's going on. So 36 minutes of me chewing all the time. But I hope you appreciate what I'm saying and agree with me. I know I rant. I know I go off on one, but it just means that I'm passionate about it. If I could, I'd come give you all a hug, because I think you're all fucking lovely people. Don't be. I don't even know what that word is, Joe. You're gonna have to translate that for me. But yeah, you get where I'm going with this. I don't want to carry on going about it because this is a fun show. But I know I put topics in here. Stop. Yeah, stop by for coffee, Dave. Go on, go hit Steve up. Yeah, I know I never stick to the topics, so that's why I wanted to get this shit out of the way first. So please, moving forward, be nice, be safe, don't be a dick. Right, let's move on. I'm going to have a quick water, and I'm going to have a quick puff because I'm drier. Right, so moving forward, we will have some more Boro aliens on the website by tomorrow night or Sunday morning. All depends once I get all the ultrasonic done and all packaged up and all that jazz. So they'll be back on site very, very soon within the next couple of days. So thank you, people, for waiting. I know a lot of you been, quite a few of you been chewing me ass for this. I want to ask you guys a question. You're right, Hip Hop Juice. I want to ask you guys a question. I want to know your guys' thoughts on the new world that is now the bridge world, the Boro world that we've now become a part of. My personal opinion is that it is the new squonk. I think it's going to come since Tony B has got hold of it and he's released the pulse. I believe that now the bridge is the way forward. It will be the new squonking device where it will be everywhere now. Look at the pulse. Look how cheap it is compared to just say like a billet box. What's that? David. Yeah, me and Jordy. Oh, so I'm going to jump into Dave's conversation with Steve. Me and Jordy are fucking tempted to go over and see Birdie, go and surprise him. Now, Birdman is one of the nicest blokes I've ever met. Surrugger's never gone Boro. Oh, go on, you can jump in there now because it's nowhere near as cheap, as expensive as it used to be. Devil Vapor saying it'll become boring. I can understand what you're saying, but I feel that the injection of the mainstream companies into the Boro world will open up a lot of doors for people to then decide to, if they want to get down that rabbit hole, which I know I'm fucking deep in that rabbit hole. I know Jay's in that rabbit hole. Steve's got his left foot up to his ankle in there. He hasn't taken the dive yet, and I do hope that Breeze Tones convince him. And next thing we know, he's got like a fucking mob mini on some fucking Boro mech and that, which I'd love to see. I know that we've got Tobias is in on it. He's getting on it. We've got King Solo that's getting into it. Oh, fucking everyone be nice. My sister's here. So let's just say hello. All right. Yeah, so I know we've got everybody in this Boro world, but I want to know your guys' thoughts on how it's going to go. Because if you look at the Mob Mini, I don't even know what I've done with it. It's somewhere around here. Where the different, where you look at the wicked as well, where you've got the, just fucking grab it 2 seconds, where you got like the wicked bridge and you've got the airflow on the side. If you look at the Molan bridge, which is 25 quid, they've actually put it on the bottom, which I haven't seen hardly any of these high-end bridges actually do. Where it's bringing in new ideas, which I think these companies that are doing, they're only expensive because they're like small batches that they're not doing. So I feel that bringing the other side in will help us out a lot for bringing a bit more. Well, I don't even know what the word I'm looking for. New inventions within the Boro world. Let's see what everyone else is saying. Legion Vapes. First, proves yourself. Other codes will follow, especially to see a nice ton of Boro devices. I was talking to, I was badgering Joel, Mr. Josh Wright One from the Watofo, and apparently he was trying to get Watofo to do a Boro bridge for the last 2 years, just over 2 years. But I think having a mesh Boro would be a whole different ballgame, which I would get it because it would be mainstream prices, so it wouldn't be pricey at all. It would be weird to see what a mesh deck would be within a Boro device. I don't know how it would work, but yeah, it could be interesting. If he does it or if he doesn't is another story. What else we got? Oh, there you go, Laura. Got Trouble Buddha in. What else we got? It's like the idea of the billet. The pulse is a great starting point. The pulse, or you've got, if you can get hold of Nature Vapes, the people who do the Mob Mini do a little Boro, it's like an Aspire box. Your Boro bridge is fitting, and I think for that and a Boro tank and a bridge, it's under 100 quid. So you don't have to do billet box style actual billet box, or you can go for an SXK. which is I think they're only about 110 quid from Pro Vapes. So you can even go that route. You don't have to get a billet box. But I will say, if you go for the SXK, be careful with your batteries. The actual battery compartment is a lot smaller, and if you get it in wrong, it will rip your battery wrap, and it will fuck you. What else we got? The pulse is ticking my inner vape into vape. Yeah, so we're talking about this. I'm all mech and RDA. Do you think I would? Well, Surag, do what I'm doing. Wait for Snowcap mods to release the Ravine, the mech Boro, and just jump down that rabbit hole. Point two, coiling there. You'll be out. You'll be singing. I think a lot of them don't go down below that for obvious reason, but that's what I would do. That's what I'm doing, and it's only going to be 150. I think it works out 150. Then I think for you it's an extra $20 shipping, rather than going for a Harpy or the Miro, which you're paying 300, probably a bit more sometimes for a mech over there. There's a load of companies that are doing. So hit up Jay, the Jay Clown. He's the Boro mech man. He will know exactly what's going on. Yeah, sure. It's called the Ravine. I've been keeping an eye on it since fucking September. It was meant to be November. They reckon it's not going to be till like January, February time. If you want to have a look at it, go on their website, or even just watch one of the Aussie vape shows or something with because I know Breeze Tones has got one, Kosher Coils has got one. So even hit up his Instagram and look at the pictures. It does look really nice for what it is. But I know a lot of people are keeping their eye on them and they're badgering Dan for it. I know I have been, but well worth it, especially for a little 3D printed some. But it's not going to be 3D printed. The Ravine, it is gonna. Is it vacuum? I can't remember. February, March for the Ravine. There you go. I can't remember. He released a video saying because of the tolerances, it's not going to be made out of the nylon like. I don't know if you can see, it's 3D printed. It's not going to be made out of the same material. Dave Lloyd knows what he's on about. Do you know can you remember what he said it was made out of? Was it vacuumed plastic or something like that? I can't remember. Say hello, Laura. Say hello to Elias and Gavin for me. Yeah, so Brett, that's Brett Constantine or Cray Vapor. Well worth it. So that's what I'm looking for. That's where my money's going for with the mech world, the Boro world. When it comes to just general things, I would like to see just random companies come out with different Boros, because I'd like to see what companies would do, like Vandy Vape. I think it would be interesting to see. Can you imagine a smock Boro? That's probably be something they'd want to get cash cowed on, but companies that we that come back out of the woodwork again, like companies that we haven't vacuum formed plastic. Thank you, Dave. There you go, Surog. And it's meant to be it's meant to have a smoother feel, but it's a tasty bit of kit. So I will be definitely getting one. The day it's released, I'm fucking putting my order in. Aaron Batman says, with Boro devices hitting the mainstream area, do you think billet boxes will be worried about their business, or will people still line up? People will still line up and pay for the authentic, where it started from, billet box vapor. I reckon it's not going to go anywhere. If anything, I think, I don't want to say this, I think they're not going to be releasing any, they're not going to increase the release numbers. It's going to stay the same. The only thing I would worry about is if they decide to tweak the prices a little bit, because they ain't fucking cheap bits of kit. And for a starter, you don't want to be dropping 500 quid on a billet box, Boro, your bridge, and then obviously you got to put your coils in it, and you're going to fuck the wicking up every now and then until you get used to it. The coil placement's a bit of a bastard. But yeah, it's a lot of money. But if you can spend, let's take for instance the Pulse AIO. Grab the Pulse AIO. I've seen it on sale in the UK for £79. I think it was eSig One or Washington Vapes, one of those two. So correct me if I'm wrong. So for £100, you can get a Pulse AO, you can get a packet of wick, which is only going to be a £4 or £5. You can get a couple of sets of coils from whatever coil builder you want to go to, and you can play about. If you fuck up the coils, it's not like you've buggered it. And if I'm right in thinking, I know Steve might be able to answer this, but have they coated the chip in case you get severe? Because I've had my first billet box leaked so badly, but I was just lucky that it didn't fuck the chip. But if I'm right, there you go. King Solo picked up his Pulse for £65, and it comes with a bridge in there as well. And then if you want to get panels and that, rather than say like I think I've got my billet box here with me somewhere. Oh no. Well, my billet box has gone walkies. I don't know what I've done with it. But yeah, no, it's gone fucking walkies. But I've got clear panels and they're like 90 quid's worth of panels where with the Pulse. Oh, here he is. Here he is. He's hiding behind a computer. So with this one, they're just clear panels, and I think they were like £97 just for a set of acrylic panels and a little drip tip on top. But it's got a £25 bridge on it. So, but the only reason I'm saying that is if you look at the Pulse, I know that the panels ain't going to be expensive at all. So even if you want to, hang on, sorry, I know I keep stopping. As far as I know, it isn't coated, but it's designed to keep the chips separated from the e-liquid. Well, there you go. Even if you decide to fuck your first wick or not push it into the boro tank correctly and it floods, you ain't got an issue. You just need to clean it up. So there you go. There's another selling point for the Pulse. I'm tempted to get one, and the major selling point for me is 21700. You put that, what is it, 1.2 airflow in there, stick a proper MTL coil in there, say like 0.7, run that at 17 watts, a 21700 batteries, you're going to forget to charge it and you're still going to have fucking charge left. Whereas obviously Bellets 18650, they obviously don't last as long. And I personally prefer 21700s because that's just me. I don't know if you guys are the same, but I am. Like when Dwayne released the Aura or something, his new mod, I was really hoping that it was going to be a 21700, but I understand why they do go 18650 because pretty much every vapor has got a pair of 18650s laying around. I've got a couple laying here that I only use for the billet and the ether bridge because I don't like the 217 cap thing that goes over the battery. I like the metal tube thing that comes with it with the 18650. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, I would have loved that, even though it would have made it chunky. A pair of dual 21700s in a mod. I just think it's the way forward. I would love to see more mods. That's why I love the Odin, even though this has had more use since I built the mothership coil than it has, because it only gets used for like testing coil resistance. But it's just because it's a solid mod. Sorry, 21700 batteries. You got batteries for days if you just glowing coils. But that's what I think. If you're going to dump, say, like a pair of 0.5 coils on, say a 0.15 coil, and you're running that at, say, like 50, 60, 70 watts, you're going to have battery that's going to last you all day and then probably some the next day as well if you're good about it. It's too big. I still think the R is too big for an 18650. Yeah, so it could have probably bored out the holes too. I'm not slagging it off at all. It's beautiful. I'd love to get my hands on one. But the only reason that stopped me buying it was because it wasn't 21700. I just feel that they need that extra bit of power. And then you can dump a 0.1 ohm coil in there, ramp that right up and have a nice hot vape with two 21700s. You're going to get batteries for the rest of the day, hopefully, rather than if you're doing two 18650s. So let's go back to chat. I had a funny feeling that Billet Box would be happy to see how many of us are going to get stuck in the Boro world. Oh, I was putting it off for so long, and then I took the jump, and I was a good boy. I only sat with my one bridge, which was given to me by Jeddah, which is a Haku Zedda, and I was happy, really happy. And then I decided to blow up my billet box when you guys know the story. I vented a battery on my billet box, and it basically went bang. Little bit of weed came out as well. It did scare me. I did realise that I screamed like a pig. And and then this is what I'm saying about the community. I told Josh about what happened. It scared the crap out of me and him, Jay, Sifu, everybody, Cray Vapor, Derek Rhodes, and all that lot, clubbed together and sorted me out with a new billet box without me even asking or knowing about it. It just turned up at the door, and then it alighted that fire. And then I just got on that rabbit hole, and I haven't been able to get out. I've never been able to get out. I can be sitting here, like my setup's here. Like I've got a Series Max that I love, and that's my morning vape. Got Tube Max, got fucking like little ether bridges, and then the billet box, and the billet box is always in rotation. But what I would say, and I know Jay's probably not going to agree with me on this because he sorted me out with it, but jumped on the sup boxes. Don't know if you guys can see this. It's got Atmazu. I'm going to get this wrong. It's a vape snout or vape shell, and I whatever one I say is always the other one. But that's incredible for the price. 60, 70 quid. It's just a cage. You can take it apart and you put your Boro tank in the front. Just vapes like a billet box, really. Airflow's a little bit different, but then you've got that world. If you're in the Boro world, it's not just billet boxes. There's too many people that are bringing out these new amazing little mods. So and now they're coming left, right, and centre. There's a vapes now. Cheers. I do like a nice wood vape. Yeah, the stab wood seems to have gone away, so that may be another one. Someone might do like a stab wood billet box. You never know. Do you know? I'll let's put it out there. Jake Scrapwood. See if are you going to be making one of your Scrapwood mod Boro devices. That could be quite nice. But yeah, I do reckon that this is just gonna open up a whole new rabbit hole for everybody, and I like it. I was a bit upset. I think I was talking to Benny Vapes, and I know I've spoken to quite a few of you about it. But going to the World Vape Show, 99% of it was disposable pods. There was not one coil builder there. There was not one, well, apart from me, but I wasn't getting no stalls or anything like that. But there was literally just a couple of juice lines. Oh, Steve, keep your eye out for these. I got a couple of sample bottles. Vape and Air. I don't know if you can see that. So that's kind of a weird one. It's a Japanese English company, and they do this one, which I've nearly ploughed through. Vape and Air chestnut cake. That is incredible. So maybe worth keeping your ear to the ground, and I'll drop them an email for you. I've got someone that wants your liquid. See if we can get you a couple of bottles. Don't think I'd get out now either. I'd even get out now. 100% COVID. Yeah. You should see mine's line. There you go, Legion. It is beautiful. It's two Japanese ladies that have moved to the UK, and they're all Japanese-inspired liquids. So this the mango ice is incredible, really, really nice. The rich milk and Azuki ice cream. I don't even know what that is, and apparently it's a delicacy out there, and that was really good. And then this one, I'm not sure, but I do like it. It's green tea and honey, and I'm not a tea drinker, but I enjoyed that. But the chestnut cake, if any of you get hold of some, mate, yeah, I ploughed through that 30ml pretty much, and I want a full bottle of it, but have to wait and see. But what was I saying? Yeah, so Boro wise, I'm looking forward to seeing these little companies bringing out. I don't want to see a smock Boro device, if I'm honest with you, and anything. No, thank you. I think that'll ruin it for fucking everybody. But I do want to see. I think we will see some good innovation. Was the word I was looking for earlier on with the Boro world, not as in the billet box like accessories or anything like that, but just taking the concept of a Boro and a bridge and then reinventing it, doing something a bit different with it, like what Bogan has done with the Ether Bridge in that's in the Stormtrooper Abyss. Now that, if you want to get your hands on something good, this is outstanding. I don't like because this fits normal bridges, so you can put pretty much most bridges in there. If Spot come out with something we know Boros are done, yeah. But what he's done with this is outstanding. But you can't, you can put like normal bridges in that. I don't like to vape these in there because it to me the airflow is all a bit weird and it doesn't vape too nice for me. But I was running this in side by side with the ether tank and I loved it. But since putting this ether bridge in, see, I'm running it's 0.55 and really nice. Only running at 20 watts. I know it's a bit low, but yeah, that's got berry custard. I don't know what brand that is. Sorry, there's not dirt on my lip. I got punched in the lip at work by accident. I had a bit of a bleeding lip. Yeah, another bit of weird news. I got given a free bottle of liquid from my mate. Christmas pudding. It's a concentrate, so obviously got to add the VG and PG. And can I not ripping on Darkstar because I have litre bottles of this sitting in the garage, Banana Man, which is incredible. So I'm not ragging on Darkstar, but it smelled like burnt Christmas. So it just the concentrate smells like if you've cooked a Christmas dinner, put it on the table, and you had all your decorations around, and then you just set the room on fire. That's the essence of what I'm getting. But I'm going to steep it and I'm going to give it a go and see what it's like. But I don't think it's for me. But if anyone else likes that idea, then head over to Darkstar and get yourself some Christmas pudding. It is probably on sale now because Christmas is over. This is a warm and steamy fruit fest in the ultimate Christmas finale. We've combined caramelized currants, sultanas, and raisins with beautiful brandy. Brandy is probably what I can smell. 3.5 weeks steeping. Christmas pudding sounds like sweet. I need pounds of sugar. Did you fart on a child again? No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I was playing about at work and someone decided to elbow me in the chops. But luckily they didn't sort my teeth out. They only gave me a fucking fat lip. So it saved me some money at the dentist. But yeah, we're literally hit an hour. And I think I've done enough ranting and I've taken up enough of your time. So what I will say is if you're UK tomorrow, midnight tomorrow, which is, I think it's, I'm shit. Where's Time Norway? Where's Duchess? So I think it's like 6 o'clock America or something. We got the next episode of Across the Pond, but we got the Sam the Vaping Bogans coming on. The episode's not going to be about vaping. We're going to do obviously the advocacy at the beginning, but it's more we want to know about what the difference in life is for an Australian, an English, and a UK. English in the UK, English and an American. Fuck me, I nearly fucked that up. Thanks, Jedi, for dropping that in. Yeah, so that'll be interesting. Get Sam Bogan on here, see what's going down. So that will be tomorrow at midnight my time. So Sunday morning midnight. Australia. Oh, there you go. Midday New Zealand. I'm guessing that's what NZ means. Yeah, but Sunday, I'm on Benny Vape's channel for an episode of the Northern Union Vape Show with Benny Vapes and Hooked on Funk that I know a lot of you know. He's a lovely bloke. So yeah, come check us out. I know people have been dropping in links for the Discord. You're more than happy to join. The more, the better. But please stick to those rules. I don't want to start kicking people out. But if you're going to be a dick, you're going to go. So yeah, hit the Discord. You can go over to my website, cloudcartel.co.uk. There's coils on there. There's an advocacy page. And if you click on the advocacy page, I've done it England, Europe, Australia, and America. And if you don't cover any of them, go to the bottom. Is the INNCO page. Hit that, and it will tell you all the tobacco harm reduction groups in your area. There's also the Kasar Media podcast embedded in the advocacy page as well. So if you're an American, you want to keep up with some advocacy with Logan Exhales and that, hit that up. It's great bit of news. What else is on there? Merch is coming soon. It will be, pardon me, it will be coming soon. I'm not giving you a date because I haven't been given a date. So we're still working on that. There's a lot of stuff going behind the scenes, so please keep an eye on my Instagram and all that shit. And please, everybody, be nice to each other. Follow everybody in chat. Make sure, when you're on Legion's vape show, say Sloan sent you. Okay? Right. You guys, stay cushy. Be good. Have a nice time. Stay safe. See you later. Bye. Oh, shit. Wrong button. Right, let's try again. Bye.